I don't need a recipe for this, but one of the things I'm really, really, really good at making is chocolate covered strawberries. I can make you like an entire set of chocolate covered strawberries that look better than the ones they sell at whatever grocery store you have. I can promise you I can make chocolate covered strawberries that look fucking professional. And I say that with a lot of confidence. Am I one of the strawberries? Well, I guess I am today, huh? I guess this outfit does kind of look like a chocolate covered strawberry today. But, you have the recipe for the strawberries? There's no real recipe, but I can give you my secrets. I can absolutely reveal my my industry secrets. And how do I know this? I know this because I had to dip chocolate covered fruit for years. And I had to do it quick and I had to do it pretty. So not only can I do it really pretty, but I can also whip out like 200 of them real quick for you. I can also whip out like, a good 100, 200 of them real quick. So, first of all, to make really good chocolate covered strawberries, you want to when you're looking for strawberries at the store, make sure you do a 360 of the little strawberry box. If you can look at them individually, that's even better. But you want to make sure that all your strawberries are just really good. If there's even one strawberry molding in the corner, then every strawberry around it is going to mold really, really, really quickly, way quicker than normal. So if you can, you want to avoid any boxes of strawberries that have even one rotting strawberry. Ideally, honestly, I think, those, like, if you're gonna get a box like that, you're better off using the strawberries for something else. But you want these strawberries to be really, like, pretty firm, all things considered, and pretty dry. So you want to pick those, and then you want to make sure that the color red goes all the way to the stem. That's how you can pick a good strawberry. If there's a lot of that white, then it's gonna be probably a more tart strawberry, and you want to get something a little sweeter, right? So make sure that the color red is, as close as it can be to the stem, and of course, the redder the strawberry, the sweeter. The grocery store ones are fine, honestly. As long as you know how to pick them out. As long as you know how to pick out your strawberries. They will still make, they're not as good as, like a market strawberry, like a fresh farm strawberry. But they'll make do, they'll make do. City bugs make do. City bugs make do. So, when you pick out your chocolate, you want to pick out, the ideal is semi-sweet chocolate. Not dark, and not milk chocolate, but the ideal is to get semi-sweet chocolate, which is right in the middle. Right? And that's so that, because if you get milk chocolate, the sweetness of the milk chocolate will make it so that you do not taste the strawberry much. Like, you will taste it, but you just, like, it'll overpower the sweetness of the strawberry. And you can get, if you get dark chocolate, I guess it does work, but the ideal is, you get semi-sweet chocolate. The kind of chocolate that you want to pick out is, you can get those, like, blocks of cheap chocolate, but ideally, the best ones are, if you're able to pick, if you can get chocolate chips. Chocolate chips melt the quickest, and they melt really evenly, so you can, like, because you're gonna have to melt this, right? Little chocolate morsels. Yeah, if you can get little chocolate chips, then that's the best to use for these, right? So when you're making them, you grab your strawberries, and something that is very important, you this is actually like, this one's like something that not many people know. You don't wash your strawberries. You do not wash them underwater. If you wash your strawberries, you better be ready to eat them right now, because the moment you put moisture, like that much moisture on them, they will absorb all the water. They will rot way quicker inside the chocolate shell once you dip them, and they'll just go bad a lot quicker. So ideally, you know, you only want to be washing a strawberry as you eat it. So you don't wash them. Instead, you wanna make sure to just like gently clean them with a cloth, because sometimes you'll get strawberries with like a little bit of dirt and stuff like that. And if you just straight up wash it, you always wash fruits and vegetables, yeah. But if you straight up wash it, you know, it's like, especially with like the fucking things in the kind of kitchens you get, it, you know, it like retains all this moisture, and basically by the time that you like give out your chocolate strawberries, they'll be all like gooey and syrupy and like falling apart, and like they'll separate. That's the main thing that makes the strawberry and the chocolate separate when you're making chocolate covered strawberries. So yeah, instead, you know, it takes a little bit extra time. You don't wash it under running water, but instead you clean your strawberry with a cloth, with like a slightly damp cloth. You know, you just make sure to really gently like get in where the seeds are and just clean it all, because obviously you don't want to just fucking dip a dirty strawberry in chocolate either, right? So you have your clean strawberries, and you have to make sure they're very dry, because if any water hits melted chocolate, it is not going to stick. And if you get any water into your melted chocolate, it's ruined. And then to melt your chocolate, you want to get, like the way I usually do it is you get a big big container, and you pour a bunch of like boiled water, like boiling water in it. Then you grab another bigger container. I usually grab like a big salad bowl or like a big bowl or something like that. And you put all your chocolate there into the dry bowl. I don't really know what this is called in English. In Spanish, it's called baño María. Oh yeah, double boiler, yeah. So you're melting it by the heat of the water on the outside, but you do not want any water to touch the chocolate. Then once you gotta, it's like Tokimeki Memorial, you know, you gotta stir the chocolate every once in a while. It does take a bit to melt, but you want to make sure it's at a really good like melted consistency. And if you're going to be making a lot, then you might want some way to keep the temperature stable. Like maybe, you know, have like a pot of water on the stovetop on a low temperature, and then have that bowl on top. But be careful, because it will burn if you have it too hot. It will burn, you know, chocolate will burn if it's too hot. And it gets, you know, it's not that good. And especially if you're using white chocolate burns really easily. It's really delicate. So yeah, you know, you grab your strawberries that have been cleaned. You know, you grab them, you know, you clean up their hair a little bit. You know, you grab the little leaves out of the way a little bit. You grab them, you dip them until about like, you know, just a little bit of the, like not all the way and not halfway, just a little bit between like all the way and halfway, right in between, right out, so that you can still see some of the strawberry. Then the little bit that is dripping off the strawberry, you just want to just kind of like flick your wrist a little bit and let it just kind of swirl onto the strawberry to make that little pretty like rosebud shape. And then if you are, you know, you put it on a piece of like wax paper, or like parchment paper or whatever, you know, not wax paper, whatever kind of like, you know, thing you have for like a cookie tray or whatever you have right there, whatever you're putting these strawberries on to let them cool. It could honestly be a plate, but I really recommend like a parchment paper kind of thing. And then you put the strawberries and then just give them a very, very gentle nudge forward so that it has like a nice little shape for the chocolate to fall into. And yeah, and that's how you make a good strawberry. That's how you make a really good chocolate covered strawberry. I make them for any time that I've been like at a company office, whatchamacallit, like potluck. I always make them, and they are always a very huge hit. A very huge hit. And then if you want to like get really fancy with them, and if you want to like put like white chocolate drizzles on top, you can just get a little like a Ziploc baggie. Put some melted white chocolate in there that you can melt. Similar way, the same way really as a normal chocolate, except you know, keep an eye on the temperature so it does not burn. And just cut a little corner, like, you know, like as if you're making a little icing bag. And then just with a steady motion, you just go bam, 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 and that's it. And if you have a bunch in a row, it's really easy. You can just do all of them like that. Like, there's machines that'll do it for you, but honestly, it's like you can just do it yourself. So there you go. That's my recipe. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I hope you learned something new.